This original WSRE presentation is made possible by viewers like you. Thank you.
Hello and welcome to this edition of Pensacola State Today. I'm your host, Drexel Gilbert. We have an exciting program for you today as we visit not one, not two, but 3 PSC campus sites. Buckle your seatbelt for this engaging ride. Our stops include the Warrington campus, where you get a real-life look at students who are being prepared for a career in the field of nursing. Next, we travel to the Milton campus of Pensacola State, where students discover the exciting combination of opportunity, education, and fun. You'll have a backstage pass when our destination becomes the Performing Arts program at PSC. And we will end with what you might call a pet project. We'll explore how PSC is training students for a career as a veterinary technician. First today, the medical field is a hot career field, and Pensacola State College is helping students prepare with some intense hands-on training for a career in nursing. Let's take a look.
Call a code.
All right, calling code.
Initiating chest compression. Checking for pulse. I have no pulse. I have no pulse.
College, bed 8, code 3, Pensacola State College, bed 8.
Our simulation center is unique. Not only do we have excellent equipment, but we use it very effectively. The students are trained that they should treat this as though it is a real-world situation.
I have Mr. Henry Phillips. He's unresponsive. Just started compressions.
And so there's no joking around about the mannequin being plastic or anything like that. The way we run most of our simulation scenarios is the students are given some reading to do ahead of time. They come in, the nurse instructor sets them up with some information.
That's hooked up just to drain the fluid.
They control the scenario. They speak for the patient. To build a team concept, the students are typically given individual roles. One is the lead nurse, one is the secondary nurse, one is the record keeper. And so that they learn that it's not just, oh, I'm the only person involved in healthcare. I have all of these other people I have to rely on. The scenario develops according to a script of sorts, but the students respond to the patient. Now, all of this is being recorded so that once the scene is over, once they've finished the scenario, they go back into a debriefing room. And in the debriefing room, they watch what they did. And this is a chance for them to see that they did some things very well, some things not so well.
Even though it's not a direct human contact type thing, it's really nice to kind of learn. You can make mistakes, and obviously you're not going to kill somebody, and you get a second chance to kind of just learn little things that you could have done before.
One of the benefits of working in a simulation lab is the chance for error is high. The chance for bad outcomes is a lot lower. You get to hand-on experience different situations you would in the clinical setting without the repercussions of injuring a patient.
Well, the nursing program started in the 1950s here with Pensacola State College, and it has grown into 550 plus students for the registered nursing program, the associate degree in nursing program. Our student body population is very diverse. We are a community college, and we see students right out of high school all the way up to the older population, students that are in their 3rd or 4th or 5th career.
This campus developed as the healthcare campus. And so all of the healthcare programs, all the medical science programs are housed on this campus. Even though nursing is our largest group of students, we do have several medical office programs. We have EMT and paramedic, and a number of other ancillary services for hospitals like radiography and sonography, just to mention a few.
We strive to be an intimate environment. We have small clinical groups, small classroom groups.
It's a very small classroom size for the teachers to be able to give a little more in-depth content towards individualized student needs. If you need extra help outside of class, they're more than willing to set up times, always available and always friendly.
What I've enjoyed most is the clinical experiences. I think you learn a lot in that setting. You can always read a textbook, but actually getting hands-on learning experiences and to see something and be able to work with it in person is very helpful. It's a great program, and I met a lot of great people. The instructors are extremely helpful, and I feel like I've learned a lot.
Pensacola State College is an excellent place for students to come if they want to earn a degree in nursing for a number of reasons. First, we have an excellent faculty. We have superb relationships with all of the hospitals and healthcare facilities in the community, so our students get to go out into the real world and do some training there. But probably the biggest reason to come here over anywhere else is our simulation center. There is no other place in this region that they can come and have a simulation center such as we have. And we use it in an excellent manner. The students get excellent training in the simulation center. When you put a nursing student from the classroom right next to the bedside, they don't have any situations to go to. When you let them do the simulation in between, they build some of those situational memories. When this happens, this works best. So they can translate that then to the real world.
When we come back, we will travel to the Milton campus of Pensacola State College, where students find an exciting combination of opportunity, education, and fun. Welcome back. The next stop on today's edition of Pensacola State Today takes us to the PSC Milton campus, where a few conversations will show you just why this campus is so special.
And who's your teacher for college success?
Miss Kimbrell.
She's awesome.
Well, I think that the people make the college campus distinctive. We have a warm environment for students, a supportive environment. We take the students, as the mission states, open access where they are, and we try to find the best path for them to travel to navigate higher education, because a lot of them are first generation and they've never had this opportunity. They don't have someone to go to. So we try to make it an environment that's friendly enough, with enough good information to lay it out for them.
I like this campus because I appreciate that there's more one-on-one, and the relationship with other students is a closer knit relationship. I like that it's small, the teachers are really nice, and it's close to home.
The University of Florida joined us. We're a joint use facility. We gave them space. And they actually have 3 bachelor's programs that students who come through Pensacola State do their AA with us, because we have a complete gen ed core curriculum. You can finish your AA here at Milton and go to any university in the state. But this curriculum for UF, they finish. And then they come into 3 bachelor's programs: natural resource conservation, and then 2 in plant science, environmental horticulture, and golf and sports management. And so far they've had about 100% placement for their graduates. So it's been a win-win for the University of Florida and for Pensacola State.
One of the things that makes this campus distinctive is the Ready to Work certification. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Right, that is something that we just did. Pensacola campus has it, and we thought it would be a great benefit for our community as well as our students. And with the Ready to Work certification, they actually get a certificate when they finish the program. It's a free program. It's state initiated, and they go through a series of lessons, learning lessons, once they've done their initial application. And so once they do that, they can go through in any computer and go through lessons to get prepared. Then they take the test. When they take the test, they can get bronze, silver, or gold. But the nice thing about it is just not the bronze, silver, or gold. On the back of the certificate, it actually says where they rank in their job skills and their work ethic. And so work habits probably more than ethic. But that's a great thing for a potential employer to look at, because they can actually see that this person has skills that they want to hire.
And I know whenever I was speaking with some of the students, one of the things they told me is that they like the fact that they just don't have to come to class and go home. There are activities. I happened to be here one day when they were ziplining, so it's fun to be on this campus.
It is fun to be on this campus. Like I say, we have a lot of active groups. And because of that, there are things going on. Cosmetology they're actually quite philanthropic, which is a great thing. Who would have thought, but they do Locks for Love, they work with Relay for Life, doing free haircuts. They do bake sales all the time to raise money for their Skills USA competitions. And so there's always something going on. They're not just all the campus activities, they're on all the campuses. Some of them are sponsored just for these particular groups.
We just have a myriad of things that happen all year long. We have the Wsre Conclave Lumberjack Games that are the first Saturday in March. We have the Emerald Coast Flower Festival. We have events every month. You came to one of them when we have our fair out here. We have health fairs, we have job fairs, we have college fairs where recruiters come in. We also have a disc golf course, and students, after classes go and play the disc golf course. So there is just a lot for them to see and do, and a lot of places to go on the campus to study.
They have other activities other than just school itself. I mean, they have this carnival thing set up and everything, and it's neat that we can go have school, but also have fun afterwards too. Sometimes it's pretty neat.
It's always nice that they have something extra for us, just so we don't have to just do work. I like it just because I can have fun before I have to go home. They usually have like free food sometimes, and it's just nice.
Now let's talk a little bit about the Life Center. I've been through there. What a great facility.
Great facility. Just a gym, indoor, air-conditioned track. What's better than that?
Hey, I can't think of anything.
This is wonderful for the community. And there's a weight room, there are aerobics rooms. Awesome.
Talk to me about what's coming up in the future here on this campus, because you have some exciting things
Very
ahead.
exciting. Well, the students in our surveys, they need more parking. So we have put in another parking lot. It's behind us in the middle of the woods, and we put the staff out there, and it freed up 100 spaces for the students. So they are very excited about that. No one has come and asked about parking. Lighting is going up for it, and we're getting a second entrance. Big deal for the campus. We only have one way in and out. We're going to have a second way. If it's not in the best interest of the student, we don't need to be doing it. And we're all trying to focus on this same thing. What's going to make the students more successful?
Still to come on Pensacola State Today, your very own backstage pass to the PSC Performing Arts Program of Study. We'll be right back. Not all of the learning at PSC takes place in a traditional classroom with desks and chairs. Some of it takes place on the stage, in the music room, and in the dance studio.
Sooner we'll be done with the troubles of the world, the troubles of the world, the troubles of the world. Sooner we'll be done with the troubles of the world. Going home to live with God. I want to meet my Jesus. I want to meet my Jesus. I want to meet my Jesus. I'm going to live with God.
We've had culture our entire humanity, all the way from the Greeks, and it's very important for people to be human, and I think they can be human when they attend or perform, either on the stage or a musical instrument or dance. Being in performing arts, you learn discipline, and with that discipline, it carries over into anything, really. I mean, you learn to be on time, you learn to be prepared, which is all things that you do when you do other things besides music or theater. I've been saying for years that music is something that you can do your entire life. Theater is something you can do your entire life.
Attend the Lords of France and Burgundy, Gloucester.
I shall, my liege.
Meanwhile, we shall express our darker purpose.
Which of you shall we...
Our tuition is one of the lowest in the country, and you're actually getting, for my money, a better product, because we do theater right here. My philosophy and Bob's philosophy is that there is no cast and crew. There's one team that's creating the product together. Everybody's equal. Everybody works towards the same goal. Everybody supports each other, and you celebrate each other.
One of the greatest things about this program is it's more, rather than student to student or colleague to colleagues, more like a family, and everyone around here is just a family, and we all want the best in each other, and if we see that if one of us are struggling a little bit, then we're always there to actually help that person no matter what the situation is.
Definitely the big thing is I believe that we here are students and we are known as people, not as numbers. That our teachers get to know us on a much more personal level, and it's definitely just a lot more of a homey kind of feel, a much more enclosed space, and the professors really care about you as a student. So that's why I think that our school matches up against bigger schools. We become more like a family.
I believe the arts are very important. You still need to have some of the arts and culture in your lives. I know there have been studies shown that students that study the music and arts excel in some of their other areas. So we're truly encompassing all of the arts here at Pensacola State. Companies, when they relocate to an area, that is one of the things they look for, is how big is their arts community or culture in the town. So you look at Pensacola being a small town, but look at what goes on in this town. It's like there's more than one event every single weekend in all of the different arts.
Sooner we'll be done with the troubles of the world, going home to live with God. I want to meet my mother. I want to meet my mother. I want to meet my mother. I'm going to live with God. I want to meet my mother. I want to meet my mother. I want to meet my mother.
It's a good program. I'd recommend it to anyone. It's helped me definitely realize what I love and how much I love music and how much I want to do it. Seeing the people who love what they do and how much they love their job, it just makes me want to do what they do and really continue in music.
Why you should come to Pensacola State is it's an environment where every one of the theater majors is very, very welcoming, and we want theater majors here just as much as the teachers want you here. As well as it's just a place where you're no longer a number in the program of a way how you can benefit the program, but this is a school where we want you here as a student, and the teachers will know you by name, and we want you to be part of the program, and we want the program to become a part of you. We want this to become like your life essentially, and it's just a program that everyone should aspire to hopefully be in, and it's just definitely a great program to be a part of.
In that break in the morning, farewell, farewell.
It means everything to me. It has saved me, and I'm very grateful for what this program has given me. Throughout the years, that hands-on and one-on-one interaction with not only with the instructors and with the students, but it gives me that chance to better myself and what I'm wanting to pursue.
If a student goes to Florida State, the first 3 or 4 years, you're not going to get many starring roles. They'll go to the graduate students or the seniors.
I should have been that I am, had the manliest star in the firmament twinkled on my
Here, you can become a star in the show the first year if you're talented enough. And that's one of the things that I like about our school, is that you give opportunities to students that are talented. That's one of the great strengths of our program, is that when you get here, you can perform.
How now, Brother Evan?
Is wide, I cannot get home.
People have been saying that the arts are out of here for years, but they've always survived, and they always will. I think the arts will be here forever, just like it has been since the time of the Greeks. It's not going to go away.
It's endless, the possibilities for us. I see good things happening.
The Performing Arts program is faring quite well, not only with the increasing numbers of students who are interested in the program, but also with the level of talent of those students. When we return, who will take care of your pets in the future? Perhaps some of the students in the PSC Veterinary Technician program. Students interested in a career as a veterinary technician have a wonderful opportunity at Pensacola State. The 2-year full-time vet tech program helps students master skills through both classroom instruction and supervised laboratory instruction. And I would like to welcome to Pensacola State today Kelly Foltz and also Sabrina Tutt and Anthony Crow. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
Okay, now let's talk about the 3 adjectives that are most often used to describe PSC's Vet Tech program, and that would be unique, needed, and growing. Tell me why.
Absolutely. So our program is unique because there's not a program that's similar to ours anywhere really in the Northwest Florida area. There are programs in South Florida, programs in Georgia, but really until our program came along a couple of years ago, there's not a similar program anywhere nearby. So if someone was interested in getting a degree in veterinary technology, they had to complete distance learning. We are growing because this program has taken off like a rocket. We actually have between 125 and 130 people that are expressing interest in applying to the program.
Goodness.
So it's growing widely at a pretty rapid rate. I believe that we offer things in our program that you really can't get anywhere else. So that's the other thing that makes us pretty special in the area.
And needed because?
Because, as you mentioned, there are millions of animals in the United States and worldwide, but we kind of try to focus on the United States. From your dog and cat to exotic animals, even zoo animals, food animals, and farm animals, horses, and other species. So all of these animals require veterinary care. If you think about your companion animal that you probably have at home, he goes to the vet probably at least once a year, if not more often. And basically, the veterinary technician is there to provide ancillary supportive health care as a member of the team working with the veterinarian.
Okay. So. Before we talk to the 2 students, tell me what students in this program can expect to do, see, and learn when they are enrolled in it.
Tons. So if you think about when you go to the human hospital or to your human doctor, there's someone that draws your blood, there's a radiology technician that takes your radiographs, there may be someone that comes in and does nutrition counseling with you, talks about weight loss, there may be a technician that's responsible for catheterization, chemotherapy if you have cancer. So veterinary technicians are basically trained in all these aspects of animal care. So veterinary technicians work in lab animal medicine, they work in general practice, so primarily preventative health care. They work in emergency and critical care. They can work at the racetrack, working with horses. They can work at the university level, in specialty practices. We can't forget things like rehabilitation, reproductive medicine, for like our cows and our horses. So really what you can expect from our program is to be trained in every aspect of animal health care.
Okay, and lots of hands-on.
Yeah, absolutely. That's something that we focus on. That's an advantage of a live program versus a distance learning program.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
All right, now let's talk to the students. And what I want to hear from you is why you became interested in this career field, number 1, and in this particular program at Pensacola State College. And Sabrina, we'll start with you.
Being from a small child until now, I've always had animals. My grandfather instilled a lot of love and care for animals, so he is the reason that I'm doing it. He passed away 2 years ago, so I find a lot of interest in taking care of them and consoling them because they can't speak for themselves. And I chose PSC because at the time in my life, after we built a house and had kids, I didn't want to uproot my children, and they had just opened the program, so I thought it was all, coming together, and it's a great program.
Okay, Anthony, tell me what your desire was for a career field and then also why you chose this program and what you're getting out of this program.
I've always loved animals since I was a kid. In fact, my mother used to check my pockets with rolling pins first because I'd pick up little critters and put them in there always as a kid. I decided to go with this route because it is an actual class, it's not distance learning, and the curriculum's amazing. I love going to other clinics and seeing how different clinics operate and run because they all don't run the same, and it's really interesting just to see everything.
Talk to me about some of this hands-on. When you are in a classroom, tell other students what you do, so what they could expect if they are thinking about this program.
Well, like she said, venipuncture is one of the, a major part of being a vet tech is being able to get, a sample quick and being able to run blood work, giving injections such as, intramuscular or IV injections. Also being able to place a catheter or set up different kinds of equipment during surgery, prepping for surgery. We're able to do all this, and that's what we get hands-on at school with.
Okay. Now, Kelly, let's talk a little bit about the specific types of careers that a graduate of this program might expect to be able to pursue.
Sure. So our graduates, it's a 2-year degree. It's an Associate of Science. So that degree prepares you to be an entry-level veterinary technician. So then you take the veterinary technician national exam and you become, in the state of Florida, you're considered to be certified. In other states, you might be registered or licensed. Okay. So that will enable you to get a job in a general practice. You can go to work at a university. You can go to work in research. If you're interested in things like zoo medicine, those jobs are open to you. If you are interested in working in production animal medicine, so for example swine or cattle or dairy medicine, you can get a job with that degree. So pretty much once you have your associate degree in veterinary technology, the world is kind of your oyster. You can become a practice manager for a clinic if you're interested in that, or you can pursue one of the 9 specialties that are available with kind of advanced training for technicians.
Okay, so this program is located on the Warrington campus, and we were out some time ago getting some video, and we had video of students doing, what is it, palpations?
Doing their physical exams.
Okay.
Yeah, palpation is part of that.
Okay, so where do these animals come from?
So these animals come from Santa Rosa Animal Services. We have a close and very affectionate relationship with them. They very early on were willing to let us use their animals for our live animal laboratories. We have strict animal safety and comfort protocols in place, so none of the animals are harmed while we're maintaining them on campus. And they're available for adoption the entire time that they're on campus. So if you're interested in coming by to see the animals, we usually have dogs and cats. In spring and fall, not during the summer semester. We have actually had several adoptions, probably about 10, take place from animals being on campus.
Super. And you said you have about 130, 45 students that are potential students.
130, yes.
So what's the first step they need to take?
So the first step is probably to contact our program director, Jeannie Peden, and you can find her information on the Pensacola State website if you look up the veterinary technology program. And then she can walk you through the application process. There are some core requirements that have to be met before you can apply, and then you enter the application process. Right now we have open admissions, so pretty much we have about 24 slots for students. So the students that meet the requirements, which include volunteer hours at a local area clinic, you do have to do some observation to make sure the field is right for you before you apply.
That's smart.
Yeah, because some people do find that it's not for them. But basically that gets you on track to the application process. So
super.
That's where you begin.
And that will wrap it up for this edition of Pensacola State Today. I'm your host, Drexel Gilbert. Thank you so much for being with us. We'll see you next time.